So there's a couple of different versions of child's pose. So one where we've got the legs a bit closer together, bum comes back towards the heels, and then we're bringing the body down. So the belly's on the thighs. So in this position, my head won't reach the mat, and it's quite nice to have it supported. So I could stack the hands, head on the hands. If I really struggled with that and I couldn't get my head supported, I could be on the forearms, head hanging. And with the belly, with the thighs together and the belly on the thighs, it creates a gentle stretch across the back. And then I'll come back up. So often child's pose is more of a passive posture, so we come into it to rest and relax. But there's also extended child's pose, which is a little bit more active. So from all fours, I'm taking knees wide, toes towards each other, bum sinks back. And because I've got this gap between the thighs, I've got room for my belly to come down, and I'm going to slide and walk the hands away. So the head isn't on the mat here. The fingers are spread and the hands are gently pressing forward. So we're a bit more active, we're a bit more engaged with the body. And then there's a nice little transition that we can do. And we can inhale, lift the body up, bring the shoulders forwards. And then breathe out, taking the bum back down. Inhaling as we come up. Breathing out, back down. So this is a nice movement to go through. You might have just done an active session in your yoga class or yoga sequence that you've done, and you want to keep the body moving, but just want to slow the heart rate down a bit. Coming up and then down. Pausing in an upright or fours position. So some of the modifications that we can think about here. So with the toes extended long, it's quite common to have tightness across the tops of the feet. So it might be that your child's pose, you've got the toes more curled under. It is part of the posture to work on stretching the tops of the feet. But it can be, for some people, difficult to tolerate, or it might be that you can do your child's pose for a period of time, but then you need to do something with the feet to reduce that discomfort. So you can have the toes in this position. If you had a blanket to hand, you could roll it and you could pop it on the tops of the feet, rest down, so it takes out some of the strain. Also, with the knees on the mat, for some people that get discomfort, you can take a fold in the mat and then kneel on the fold. So you've kind of got 3 layers of mat there on the fold. If that isn't enough, you may well need to have a blanket to hand. It can be a little bit clunky grabbing a blanket, but it's nicer to do that, to do your yoga practice pain-free and still allow you to do it, as opposed to telling yourself you can't.